Hey, what's up people? Welcome to Miriam TV. This is Miriam, huku Mombasani. I know I will evoke mixed reactions, but then what's better way to name our Mombasa vlogs? I know they will have titles, but the Mombasa vlogs, surely with everything that I'm seeing, they need to have an extra touch. And so shout out to Ibrahim Onami. You know, I was like, huku Mombasani mna joto, and there instantly I got the idea to name all my Mombasa vlogs starting with huku. Then I realized I will evoke various reactions, but what can we do if huku fits in well? Welcome to part 2 of yesterday's video, and of course we are still here at Pastor Ezekiel's residence, Pastor Ezekiel's church, New Life Church. And of course, so to address some of the questions or concerns from the previous video, part 1 of this video, I just read a comment and somebody was actually saying that ninajitetea with my dressing code. Actually, no. Number one, I was not even dressed badly. I wish I even took a picture of how I was dressed. It was just a sleeveless dress, and my cue, I was wearing a kimono only because of the scorching sun while I was coming. Ndio maana nikaitoa kidogo. I just removed it and I was going to return it back once I had alighted at the church. The only thing that I complained about is the fact that when I was coming, I had not even alighted the motorbike, and the guy was shouting for me not to go to church like that. And this guy was really shouting when I had not even alighted the motorbike. Those are some of the things that I really wish to be put top notch or to be improved, which I will just try to emphasize on, is about the hospitality and the reception of this place. I mean, the least somebody can do is just approaching you and telling you, hi, how was your journey? Welcome to this church. So we are requesting for you not to go to church like that. It's something that I was wearing was not that crazy. Actually, I wish I took a picture. I could have pictured it here. It is something that I actually go with to church. But anyway, if you go to the Romans, do what the Romans do. And so definitely I was in to do whatever that was supposed to be done. And also, you can even wait to see what the plans were, because as for me, I was planning to get somewhere to refreshen and then put the kimono back on because I was really sweating and I felt it was not good for me to go to church like that. So now, until when the lady came to me and then I requested for her when she was telling me to tie on a lasso. So it's just good to be at being hospitable and being receptive, because if it were me, that's how I'll do it. Because can you imagine, it's somebody's first time ever in church and you approach them like that? I'm telling you, they are going to feel like they're not needed there. They're not even going probably to go to church again. So you be receptive and be welcoming to somebody before even addressing, and wait for them at least to alight. You have to feel welcomed, and then you can say, not shouting from afar. They're still alighting, you are shouting as if, you know. And even to say it's all, I was not going to go to church like that, is only because it was so hot that I had to remove the kimono that I was wearing on top. And of course I had it. I was just going to freshen up and change. That is what the ideas that I had in mind, because I was literally sweating. Guys, you do not understand until you take this journey. You will understand yourself. I think maybe the people living here are used to this weather, or I don't know, because oh my goodness, but the whole experience was amazing. And then another concern was about the church. You are not allowed to shoot at all. I remember also in church, the ushers really came hard on me, and they were standing beside me telling me to stop shooting, and you can imagine they were drawing all the attention of the church to my side, until I felt like I was being reprimanded, like I was I had sort of committed a crime or something. I had to request the usher guy to actually sit down for us to talk, instead of him just shouting and drawing all the attention to my side. Yeah, and I was really concerned why I was not being allowed to shoot, because from my church, actually, you can shoot, and not only from my church, but also from the churches that I've been invited to. You can actually shoot. Probably you are enjoying the worship or the preachings and you just want to take a small clip, you can do that. And I asked him, why was I not being allowed to shoot? And he said it was being live streamed. And I told him, I'm not live streaming or taking a lot of clips. I'm just taking a little clip for me to show. You know, like, can you imagine? I'm telling you guys I was in Pastor Ezekiel's church and I have nothing to show about. How will you guys even know? And I really wanted you guys to relate and feel like you were there in church with me. So I was just taking a little clip. I explained that to him and he still told me, oh, because it's being live streamed. I didn't really understand. Well, I think I'll have to play the clip so that you guys can hear. So keti, unaweza kuketi tafadhali, tuongee from unajua kisimamo kufanya hivyo, kila mtu anaangalia huko, inaonyesha picha mbaya. Kwa nini? Atorushi kitu. Kwa nini? Sinaona wale wako pale pia. Sinaona wale wako pale pia. Kitu kika hivyo inakaa Kama hivyo kila mtu ananiangalia.
Nakwambia hii service iko live. So kwa kamera hivi wote watachukua. So atia price. Naelewa mimi. So ile umechukua kidogo.
Sawa. Also the other ladies were coming, standing at me. I really felt reprimanded, like I was being reprimanded, honestly. Asha's like, I don't know, but hey, that was so strict. Mpaka nikashtuka until I had to leave the church actually. And actually from where I was seated, if you haven't watched the video, you can just go and watch part 1 of the video. So that is where the sick people sit, and then the other side is where the congregants sit. So from there, of course, I go outside, and oh my goodness, whatever I am seeing is just wow and amazing. You know, when I was coming, I didn't see Pastor Ezekiel's mansion, or rather I saw it, but I didn't know it was his mansion. I thought it was just part of the other buildings or the many buildings that were being constructed here. Oh my goodness. His mansion is just something else. And of course, as we headed there, we are passing a lot of buildings that are being constructions. Like, talk about everything. Talk about schools. Talk about hospitals. Talk about hotels. Talk about restaurants. And there's even a big university that is being constructed here. This is so kudos. Of course, as we are passing the flags, the well-paved roads, the beautiful flowers, and of course, you can see cabros put. This was so amazing, very appealing, and we get to this big white mansion, and I love white. White is actually my favorite color. I think I've mentioned this in almost every video that I do. I love white, gray, black, and nude colors. So this white was perfectly put on this building, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of buildings in Mombasa are painted in white. And other than that, white is a very appealing color, and of course it reflects light, it stands out, and what have you. So this mansion was really amazing, and I loved it. It was so big, I even thought it was a big hotel, sort of like Continental. Is it called the Intercontinental Hotel in Nairobi? And of course, you can see everything is still under construction. His mansion was being built concurrently with the church when it was being built. And of course, things are still underway. Constructions are still underway, as you can see. And wow, this is super great. And of course, I was asking questions here and there. And I was made to know that not everybody goes in there unless if they are police or maybe big people. You know, I wish I really went inside to just say hello or to just get a view. But unfortunately, I'm not a big person. But I'm proclaiming to be in Jesus' name. Okay, so I couldn't go in. I had to just get the view from outside, but you can see it clearly from here. So I don't know why that is, that no people go in there or people are not allowed in there. Not sure about the information, but that is allegedly what happens. Like, you can't just go in hivi tu. Ujalo ni gharama, pesa or tas. This is Pastor Ezekiel's house, guys. Yeah. Okay. This compound is so big. Shamba ni kubwa. Na mimi nimevaa skafu kama mtu mwenye ni fona tu entrance venye inakaa vizuri with flowers. So hizi ndio shule, alafu huko hivyo ni rental. Umesema rental, saa nyumba za workers. Na wanakaa ndani free ama wanalipa?
Workers. Sasa wanalipa.
Oh, wanalipa. But cheaper ama bado tu ikiwa juu?
Ni 5 per night.
Wanalipa per night? Ukitaka uende basi kwenye unaenda urudi. Kama yani ukitaka basi kama utaki kulipa hizo 500, uende basi hadi nyumbani tena urudi next day. Ama kama utaki hivyo unalipa hapo hiyo 500.
500 per night, kama pengine wewe mwenyewe unajitafutia mahali mahali pote ulale, alafu urudi kwa kanisa.
Kati nyumba si kubwa sana. Kwani ameijenga mwaka gani?
Mwaka waisha, sasa ndo full year hii December kisha, siku mbili. Hii December isha. Ndio kama ameweza full year sasa.
Alikuwa anaijenga pamoja na kanisa zote kwa pamoja.
Kule kunaendelea na hadi leo kunaendelea.
Na huko anapanda tu.
Wanapanda ile niende tomoko ile pineapple.
Basi ni special nunua, sio?
Hawa wamejipenda ndio walimuuzia.
Also kumaanisha hapa ni hizi nyumba tu zilikuwa hapa za kitambo, zile nyumba za kitambo.
Ndio zilivunjwa wakaondoka. Hata kuna nyingine kuna ile pale.
Anyway, we go ahead and more buildings, more constructions, and this plot or this area is in a very big place. And can you imagine, this is almost 800 acres, because this is what I was made to know as well. And why the big shambas? It's because he got it at an affordable price, 50,000 Kenyan shillings. Oh my goodness, for 1 acre. Na hizo vitu zingine zinajengwa zote hizo. Kama hizo
ile wafanyikazi wala kazi na kule mbele ni shule kule.
Shule yenye ni yake like amejenga.
Ni yake anajenga international school.
Pesa otas, ujaluo ni gharama. Ujaluo ni gharama. Sasa atakuwa na zirent.
Ile shule. Sana ni kama yetu ndio sana. Pale.
Hadi ile yote ni shamba yake?
Si shamba yake hiyo.
Kai.
Shule ile kule hiyo huko hiyo.
Wacha nipigie simu. Tutatoa pesa yake. But lakini sidhani kama alinunua pesa mingi sana, juu watu wengi waishi huko, si ndio? Ama ni pesa mingi?
Unajua watu wa huko bado wako chini sana. Wako chini sana, hawajijua pesa. Sasa unakuta wanauza eka moja 70 by 70 wanauza kama 50k.
Allah, uongo.
Na wanauza 50k. Hapa ni side. Wanaanza kurefuka juu yalikuja. Kumbe haya mashamba tamani. Sasa kidogo ndo wamepanda sasa. Sasa unapata eka moja 70 by 70. Wanauza 1M.
Kai walikuwa wanauza 50k, sasa hivi wameenda mpaka 1M. Wamejua sasa umuhimu.
Ndio.
Sasa iko na dhamana.
Tayari alikuwa ashadolari mahali pakubwa sasa.
Unajua
pale ni kama ni waliokota hii shamba. Nakwambia niliuzwa rahisi hapo, niongezeni. Niongezeni pesa zapo nilikuwa nalipa cash yani. Na unaongeza unapima eka na kata na kata pesa tunachana. Hivyo
Sasa hivi yenye pamekuwa. Sasa kumaanisha watoto wanahubiri, hakuna hata mwenye anakuja hata kusema ingie huku sasa.
Huku. Huku wewe huku watu wa high class ndio wanaingia pale.
Na sasa si yeye ni baba yao wa roho, spiritual father.
Lakini sasa pia hata hao wale wanasema wale mashas. Wale mashas pia pale ndani. Si rahisi. Labda mtu wa sera. Kwa karibu sana. Lakini hivyo vile wasi rahisi. Labda askari tunasaidia pale.
Kwa nini askari?
Sababu askari ndio yale hosta huku anaiko salama hapa iko mbali. Sasa kuna bora kuja popote. Ile shule mtenda kazi ile huko hakuna unless pengine hao amemuita, hata kamuita. Kuna hiyo nyumba ya red hapo nyuma. Mrederi mpaka
ile ya red pale. Ni kubwa, sione hivyo. Yaani nyumba finyi inakaa kubwa hivi, mimi ndo nashangaa. But sasa sio napata wageni wa kila aina, hata wazungu nini. Yaani kama bado hata anajenga, naona kitu kingine inajengwa pale. What I am really giving kudos to Pastor Ezekiel is for him being an eye-opener to the people of this community. I mean, like, I'll be showing you guys more if you stay tuned for the next video, because it's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss it. You will see most of the place, or rather this area, this community is a little bit dormant. So Pastor Ezekiel was sort of like an eye-opener to the people of this community, with him buying all these shambas, doing all these constructions, building apartments, schools, hospitals. This is a great thing he's doing, because from that you're really hoping other people are going to dab it from him, and of course extend it to their homes, because now you can imagine him getting a shamba at 50,000 Kenyan shillings. It means the shambas are a lot, and I mean the people of this area have lots and lots of shambas, and I saw this and I was like really amazed. I was amazed because now somebody has a very big shamba, but only a small plot has been used to plant some maize, and the remaining shamba is just dormant, settled there. I was like, oh my goodness, these people, I mean, I don't advocate for land selling, but I mean, if you have 50 acres of land and you sell a little bit of it, even if it's 2 acres of land, and use it to do something good, I mean, to build a big house for your family or to just do something, it won't hurt a lot so long as you're using it in a positive way. So the fact that they have the shambas and they're not using it, and then from Pastor Ezekiel buying, they're seeing what land can really do. We're really hoping from that they will develop more, because when they saw Pastor Ezekiel was buying lots of shambas, they were like, this something is very precious then. So they had to move 1 acre of land from 50,000 Kenyan shillings to almost 800K. Can you imagine, in an instant? And Pastor Ezekiel still bought the shambas. And what even amazed me more is the fact that even as he bought the shambas, he told the people to continue cultivating in the land until he reaches there, because he's still building in it. These other places he hasn't reached to constructing at the places or the further places. So he told them to still be using the shamba. This is so cool. Until he gets there is when he'll take. So this is what I was made to know as well. So kudos Pastor Ezekiel for being an eye-opener to the people of Kilifi, the people of this community. This is an incredible job. And this is why I concluded in my first video that Pastor Ezekiel has actually built a city. I know of Mwale, who has built Mwale Medical in Butere, Kakamega, a very big city. And then I see this, it wows me to know that Africans are really building, developing their areas, working for that money and bringing it back home. Or even if you're working from home, building our places, developing them. And this is very, very commendable. It is commendable. I mean, anybody can dab this, and especially if you have money, you are well, instead of just sitting at that money or doing nothing, and there's that road that is so horrible headed towards where you live or where you are passing, be it village, be it town. I mean, try develop that road, try do something for your community. Let's develop all these areas. It begins with me and you. So it is us taking the steps and doing this amazing job. So this is commendable. For anybody who will say anything, I will say this is commendable. Just pause with the complaints, and see the developments first, because not everybody does this. He can as well decide just to build his house and a church and that's it. But because he was capable of buying the shambas, even if it was in partnerships or it was him alone, I give it kudos to all of them, because instead of just deciding to buy his shamba and building the church, and his house, he decided to build a large community somewhere that all people from this place can really they can profit from, right? Yeah. And so I was really curious to see all this land, and of course, as I was passing outside the gate, you still see more lands, more shambas, and we headed even to the deepest inside community, still more shambas. I'm telling you, are passing through the roads, even in the villages, still seeing the shambas, and I said, oh my goodness, this is very, very great. This is very, very commendable. So if you're planning to come to New Life, hopefully all these informations helped you. Probably there'll be changes, probably no, but it depends with your experience. Experiences are different. Probably yours will be different, similar, or whatever the case. Be sure to share with us in the comments down below if you've been there or you're planning to go there, or you are even at the church, unashiriki hapo New Life. Share with us what is it, maybe with some of the concerns we're having. Let us teach each other. This channel is for educating, informing, inspiring and entertaining. So don't feel sort of anything when you see me trying to raise concerns. It's just for all of us to understand, because we need to understand several things. We are teaching each other here. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Share your experiences down below. Share anything you think about this video down below, or what you didn't know, or what you know and I haven't mentioned. Share down below, and above all, like this video. Make sure you share them with your sisters, brothers, cousins, relatives. Tell them to subscribe to Marian TV and turn your notifications on so that you get notified every time I make a post. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Barikiwe.